So you got a tow truck signaling right, but the car it's towing is signaling left. Can anybody explain to me exactly what's going on here? Bullshit.
Some new stuff. Picked up this King Kong framed print here. Old school, man. My favorite movie of all time. Without this movie, you wouldn't be watching this channel here today. But, yeah, I found this at a place in the mall. Really, I dig it. I gotta figure out where I gotta put it, but I'm gonna hang this up somewhere. Mr. Satan, earlier today, stopped by Albany Comic Con. Speaking of King Kong, I didn't even know this existed. The King Kong board game. $5. I don't know if it's complete. It doesn't have any rules, I can tell you. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to play this, or not. I mean, if this game is of the same quality that this 1976 movie was, then it'll be good for a laugh at least. But I'm just kidding. This movie gets a bad rap. You should check it out. Just keep an open mind and a sense of humor. 2 for $5. Found a little bin of loose WWE stuff. They had some elites in there, actually. Some I passed on, but I did pick up 2. This one being Rey Mysterio from whatever series this one is from. I don't know. He's in pretty good shape, though. A couple of loose joints, but really not that bad. And I also picked up this Kane. Also elite something or other. I have no idea. You can see he's got some damage on his back and some little, I don't know, paint scuffs and imperfections there, but I should be able to restore him with some nail polish remover, a little bit of paint. He'll look good as new. I don't know what series this is, but I do like this figure a lot, and the head sculpt is really good. And last, Fleer Ultra, X-Men 1994 premium cards. I had probably the whole set of these as a kid, but for $1.25 a pack, willing to relive my childhood here. So, yeah, pretty decent day here at Albany Comic Con. It's always fun to go check out the local shows, man. Normally I don't walk away with anything exceptional, but always good deals, like 2 elites for $5. Yeah, why not? Man, seeing these things again brings back some memories. It's been forever since I bought any kind of X-Men cards or Marvel, but as a kid, me and a bunch of my friends used to swear by these things, man. It's crazy, though. This artwork is all so sweet. Got some of the old school team, Beast and Marvel Girl, original X-Men. Got 2 different Iceman cards. This one's actually a chase card, along with this blue team card. Then you got the standard Iceman right there. Good stuff, man. GW Bridge. Glenn Webb always used to talk about GW Bridge as like one of the useless X-Men characters that they made action figures of. I still don't know what he does. Got the White Queen there, Emma Frost, Professor X, Deadpool, before anybody gave a shit about Deadpool. In 1994, you can get a card, and that's pretty much the only reason why I knew who he was. Yeah, cool stuff. They had this whole separate section for Wolverine's Greatest Battles. This one's actually really nice. I like this one. And then Silver Samurai. And no purchase of trading cards would be complete without mad doubles. So, never fails. I could buy 2 packs of cards and still wind up with a stack of doubles. So I have an extra one of these Wolverine and Silver Samurai ones. I got an extra Wild Side. I hear you ask, who is that? Well, just read the card, I guess. An extra X-Force with Shatterstar and Boomer. Or Boom Boom. I think she went by either name. Doesn't matter. And Spiral. And that Spiral's actually a really nice card, too. But, yeah. Just some fun. I might buy a couple more packs of these if I see them at the next Albany Comic Con. See how I make out. But, yeah. Out of all these, I think my favorite is probably the Wolverine versus Spider-Man one. It's just a really nice, colorful card. Gives you, like, the whole context of why they're even fighting on the back. So you can actually, like, read the story. Good stuff, man. It's fun. Oh, get on my shelf, and here we go. GMK, Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters, All Out Attack, 2001 Godzilla. That name of that movie just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? Really sticks in the mind. But figure-wise, this one's great. I really dig it. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. I think he's even bigger than the Millennium Godzilla, which was, up till now, the biggest one that I owned. He's really stocky. He's got they did a really great job with the body type on this one, SH Monster Arts. I mean, they're always paying really close attention to the detail, but he's kind of got like the wider stance and like almost really thick neck too, like building up. Big jaw, big head. The whited out eyes, I like the way they did it. It's kind of more, it might be tough to pick up on camera, but it's kind of more like not just a solid white. Like there's white dots in the middle, and then it kind of gets a little darker around towards like where the edge of his like brows and stuff are. But I dig it. I think it's really nicely done. There's also a NECA version of this figure, which, I don't know, the more I see, it's like the less said, the better. So, you know, the only flaw I've had with this one is that his left hand kind of pops off really easily. I think it's just because the ball peg is a little too big for the hole that it's supposed to set in the inside of his hand. So yeah, I might have to do a little construction on that, make it, you know, stick into place a little better. But for now, got him on the shelf. Mecha King Ghidorah. These two are from two totally different eras of Godzilla movies, so seeing them side by side makes no sense, aside from the fact that I just think it looks cool. Anyway, yeah, I recommend the figure. If you're looking for just kind of a standard Godzilla, this one is a really nice one to get.
Okay, camera's going. Are we good?
No.
What's no? What do you mean no? This is fun.
Wait.
Just gotta run back to the car. On video.
Do not. Oh,
too late.
Delete it. I'm gonna kill you. I will.
Speaking of.
Oh no! Stop! No.
Through some comics. My mom's house. A bunch of stuff I haven't seen in quite a while. Some of it's good. Some of it is not. As we get towards Ultimatum. Terrible. Actually, I have a lot more Ultimate X-Men than I ever realized I had. Astonishing X-Men #1. This is what got me back into reading X-Men comics for a time there. Yeah, like 1 through 12, I think. Pretty sure I had X-Force #1. Pretty sure everybody in existence had this comic at one point or another. Wolverine. Got that old man Logan. Yeah. X-Men #25. Wolverine gets his adamantium skeleton ripped out. Magneto. What a heel. X-Men #1. Got like 3 or 4 copies of it because why not? Death and Return to Superman. Yeah. Another X-Men #1 just because why not, I guess. Used to be able to get comics when you get the personal pizza at Pizza Hut when I was a kid. Old school right here. Some, I don't know, interpromotional stuff there. There go Gambit smoking on the first page of a Pizza Hut comic intended for kids. The 90s were a strange time, ladies and gentlemen. You can't be doing that today. For better or for worse. I don't know. Batman RIP stuff. Covers are good. I don't remember much about the story being any good. But there was one thing that followed all this that was actually really good. It's the Whatever Happened to the Cape Crusader, which I'm pretty sure I got in here someplace. This was actually the first issue of Batman that I bought in forever. Saw this at the comic shop and I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up, see what's happening. And it was in the middle of the Hush story, so I really didn't know much of what was going on. But I was able to catch up at that moment, that Nightfall. 90s throwbacks. Nightwing #1, Catwoman #1. I don't know if these were like miniseries or if these were limited, whatever the deal was, but there they are. From the very brief time in 2004 when Spoiler became Robin. I think this only lasted like 5 issues or something. But yeah, here it is. All the issues of Venom Lethal Protector. Phone going off. I remember this being like, it was one of the Fleer cards, I think, or Flair or something. Somebody just took this image and made a trading card out of it. Got your little foil cover, because that was all the rage back then. I don't remember this story being particularly good, but I have the whole thing anyway. That Maximum Carnage, the first issue, kicked off the whole story. And we got a video game. 2 of the exact same issue of Spider-Man. Don't know why. One might have belonged to my friend or something at one point. YouTube giveaway, baby. There we go. Spider-Man #1, Todd McFarlane. This is the one that has the lizard in it. I'm pretty sure the first story. It's pretty dark stuff. I think they lightened up the tone after this. But, yeah, well, you know what you get with Todd McFarlane. But this is still pretty cool to have. Web of Spider-Man #100, the spider armor. I had the action figure of this guy when I was in, like, 5th grade. The Toy Biz one. Crazy. Speaking of crazy, how many of these foil covers did they do? I remember a bunch. I had, like, holograms on some of the X-Men ones, and I think the 90s were a very strange time. Everything was out of control.